Talk to Dio. What's going on, brother? How you
Peace,
doing?
brother. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, man.
How you doing, man? You gotta say you covering up, man.
Yeah, man. It's a little cold out
Ain't trying to
there.
show it off.
Nah. I'm chilling right now. This is my co-host Christine.
Christine, how you doing? Peace to you, Christine.
Good. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
Good, good.
Let me call the mother too, real quick. See what they on.
You hiring yourself too, Christine?
No, I have my bonnet on, so I have to take
Okay.
that off. So I'll be in a second.
All right, all right, all right.
I also can't stay that long because I have another meeting at like 8.
Meeting at 8.
So
Mm,
yes,
okay.
just letting someone know.
That's cool.
All right, let's move. I'm calling. Hello? Yeah, can you join? Yeah, I'm gonna get on right now. All right, bet. All right. All
Mm.
right, that's D. Now let me call Reek. Make sure he get on real quick. Then we'll start.
Oh, D
How was?
dancing? Wow.
Yeah, that's a home.
You never.
How was your trip, brother?
Man, long, brother.
You drove the whole time.
Whole time. I stopped at Memphis though, so I got some break. So
Oh, Reek ain't hop on. You said you stopped in Memphis. He said he'll
yeah,
call
but
me back.
I got here safe. That's all that mattered, to be honest.
Yeah, so hop on the call. Let me add D in real quick. Christine, you ain't gonna turn the camera on, man. Show the homie your face. That's crazy. The disrespect.
I'm literally like, I'm trying to get a sweatshirt on.
Oh, my
Are you in the
bad.
gym, bro?
No, no, dude, no. At this hour, no. I'm at home. I was at work all day
Same.
from 10 till 4.
Yep.
Then
Me both.
I came home, did a little meal prepping, did some dishes.
Proud of you. Proud of you. Proud of you.
Um,
Well,
Hiking ain't gonna lie. Why my turtle looking like that? Oh, she sleep.
he
Mm.
said,
Oh,
okay.
Oh,
Somebody
oh,
let me
put this
change
in the
that.
group
Oh, let
chat.
me change that.
Hey, D, can you turn your camera on?
It ain't
no,
on right now.
Nah.
No.
no.
Hold on.
I mean, I know you black and all, but
Hey,
I
hey,
don't
hey.
think
Chill
that
out.
well.
Chill out. Chill out. Let's relax. Let's relax. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. I ain't that damn black. I mean, I'm black, but
I mean, you pretty black, man. I ain't gonna fake.
Dang,
you
why
know
you
what? Can you even say that?
Nah.
No, I'm Blasian, so you right. I can't say that, but it's whatever.
Yeah, you see the goat.
Nah, we can't see
Whatever.
you.
What? Hold on.
Ah, I
Hold on.
ain't gonna fake. I'm hungry again.
How your prep
Hold on.
going? She's in a prep right now, by the way, brother, for bodybuilding.
You see me
We see
now?
you now, D. Yeah, you funny as
Okay.
hell.
Good luck with that. What up,
Yeah.
brother
Fix
D?
your hair, bruh.
Bro, I got my two, bro. You can't even see it all the way. I got my three-strand plaits in right now. I'm letting my
Okay.
curl out come through.
Whatever, nigga.
She ain't hip to the locks, bro. She don't know the styles we be rocking.
Yeah, man. You know,
Yeah,
niggas
you
gotta
right.
keep it
I'm
covered.
bald.
Like, bro,
My
hey,
bad.
you know what I'm
My
saying?
bad.
But
Hey, come get discounts, man. Right now.
Reek said
This sounds
he's about to
good.
join in a minute. I guess we should just go ahead and start and just wait on bro. Oh yeah, my bro got the crew sign, you feel me?
Yeah, you're. Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I rock these every day,
Yeah, for sure.
every
They
day,
heat.
every day, bro.
Oh,
For
damn.
sure. But
Damn.
what's up? It's Keeping It Real Podcast, episode 5. It's your boy Sergio.
Oh,
Yes,
Here
we're
sir.
with homie
recording.
D.
Yep.
Yeah, we record. We record the whole time.
I'm gonna, put my food in.
That microwave door about big as hell.
I'm here with Christine and her microwave and her unseasoned chicken. And we brought through our special guest for today, my boy
Unseasoned.
Abdullah. Hey,
Stop.
let me do the intro, man. My boy Abdullah, the prolific teacher. How you doing today, brother?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. What's up, brother D? I ain't say what's up to you, but peace to you as
What's good,
well.
my boy? What's good? What's good? How you feeling today, man?
Alhamdulillah, I'm blessed, man. Thank you
Yes,
for
sir.
putting
Likewise,
me on.
likewise,
For sure. So,
likewise.
how was everybody's week this week? Just in general, how
Man,
was
you know
everybody
what? I
feeling?
can't complain, bro. I honestly, week was pretty up and down, but we here. I can't complain. I'm blessed. I do what I do for a living, and I love it. So it's like we here, man. We embrace it on both ends, the good and the bad.
Say that.
So,
Yeah.
Abdullah, sit you on the main stage right now.
Time on main stage. My
Yeah,
week good. Alhamdulillah. I just got the attitude of I'm breathing. I'm above ground. I'm blessed. It's always
Yeah,
the
that's facts.
the attack. You feel me?
for sure, for sure. What's going on with you, Christine, man? Oh, now you seasoning the chicken. Now you want to see.
No, actually, I was on mute and I'm actually getting my tortillas ready because I'm having buffalo buffalo chicken wraps.
Okay.
But my week was pretty good. Can't complain. Just grinding out. Just so delete that part. Actually, delete that part.
Okay, I'll cut
You need
it.
to edit that out. So I didn't know Didi was gonna respond like that.
My
So
bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. I be geeking when I see the team eating.
For sure, facts. My week, man, just started school, went through my first rounds of clinicals. I
Yeah.
go, it's crazy because like 7 weeks I'll be working with kids. I'm like, damn, I'm really doing this medical shit.
You're a pediatric scientist?
Nah, I was a pediatric immunologist before though. You was right about that, huh? Damn, I forget about that, huh?
Yeah, he said I'll be doing too many side quests.
No. But today we got my brother, man. I know Abdullah for a long time. He's a good dude. He's in the realm of fitness content, spiritual content about Islam, all kinds of stuff like that. He's a teacher who is also a life consultant and just has an interesting and crazy story, you feel me? So I'm happy to have you on here with us. So to take it to get the real essence of you, let's take it back to, how you grew up.
How did I grow up? First
Yeah.
and foremost, bro, like I appreciate you for bringing me on again, 2-time podcast or keeping it real podcast. My bad. I
Yeah,
said
don't give this nigga too much credit.
Hey, I hype him up, bro.
Real recognize real.
Real recognize. Hey, I got you 2 times.
You hear me?
You feel me?
That's all love.
And I also want to say to you, Sergio, I know you by Yaga, Serene.
Yeah.
Yaga, for real. You feel me? So, I love to see your growth.
Thank you.
From
That's real.
where we used to be and where we at now, I like to see your growth, bro. So, may God bless all of y'all. Y'all got great chemistry and everything like that.
Thank you.
I can tell y'all been together for a little bit. But you asked me what was my childhood?
Yeah, so let's do place, like where you grew up around, what you like to do for fun, stuff like that as a child, and we'll go from there.
And it's crazy. I never really told my story. It's funny. I was born in Senegal, which is like in West Africa, right? I came to America like 1999, so I've been here since I was 2.
Yeah.
We grew up in New York. We lived in New York for a little bit, which was crazy. Even as a kid, like you had like random people just walking up to you. They ain't like I was like in the 2nd grade and people would look at me crazy, like, yo, turn around that way, you can get into fights like
yeah. They be thugging for it.
I used to be like in my window. I couldn't come out at that time because other stuff be going on. You can't talk to strangers or nothing like that. I used to get the little WD batteries and throw it outside of people's head. And I think one of the dudes robbed my mama. You feel me, for doing that and everything like that, and I just stopped doing it. So this is something like my sister told me. I wasn't there at present or anything like that. But like 05, I don't know if he robbed my mama or not, but he did ask her for money. So I don't have like clarity on that. Little kids they can't really tell you a lot. So
yeah, they really can't.
They can't. So 05, my dad moved out here. He found a job out here. He brought us out in Cincinnati. Yeah. We grew up in a small town in Lockland. We thugging it out there.
Lock City. Yeah, Lock City.
Lockland. What y'all know about Lockland? Oh.
Hey, that's some real G's out there.
Hey, I used to play them in sports. We played them in sports every year when I was in high school.
What, you went to Colerain too, right?
Yeah, I went to Colerain, then transferred to North College Hill in 7th grade.
Oh yeah, he did tell me. Facts. Facts,
Mm-hmm.
facts, facts, facts.
Yeah,
Cool
Man,
guy
y'all
every
been
year, man.
meaning
It's
to
cool.
link. I've been meaning to link the both of y'all for a long time. So this is great. I
man, you
can't wait
said
to meet
that
him in
too.
person.
Oh yeah,
Facts.
I went to co-rank for a nice little minute. Me and my cousin,
Your cousin, okay. Okay. What year you graduated? 14, right?
15.
15. We was in the same. We played against each other, bro.
Oh
Football.
damn, we probably did then. I started my senior year. My senior year of football was 2014.
What position you played?
I played DN and wide receiver. We actually played y'all at Lockland my senior year.
Listen, that was my
Wait,
last game.
you know Ronnie, Ronald,
You,
I think it's Hughes. Yeah, he went to Winton Woods.
bro. We went to Winwoods together. I just called him because we both Eagles fans. So fly
Oh
Eagles.
yeah, yeah, that's one of my homies, bro. I was locked in with when I was going to Scarlet.
Word.
Yup.
I think he spoke about you.
Yeah, he cool. Hey, cool guy, man. Hey, that's my boy,
Good, good
man.
dude. We go. Me and Ronnie go way back as well. We go back. I brought him to Lachlan. Matter of fact.
Oh damn, all right then.
Yeah,
Damn,
I brought
yeah.
him to Lachlan. So his mama is like my mama. His family like my family.
Wait, what position you play at Lockland?
Linebacker.
Linebacker.
Man,
Y'all had a nice running back too.
Devin.
Y'all ran like y'all used to run like a little option like jet sweep with him a lot. I remember he was cold. He was cold.
He was the best player on the team. DC
Yeah, I remember. I think he was like number 6 or 3 or something like that.
6.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember that on top of my head, man. I remember we had
Yeah.
the game plan for him all the time, bro.
And y'all whooped us that game, bro.
Yeah,
That was the last
I
game I
wasn't gonna
played in
say
high
that, you know what
school.
I'm saying? But yeah, we had a lot of talent, but we ain't had size. So, you know, when we played bigger schools like CACA, CCD, and all them,
Yeah, them
it's cool until halftime. Then they coming back with some game plans and
them
cooking.
structural schools, bro.
Not for real. They
For real.
got they got enough players to have a fourth on the depth chart.
Facts. They sure do. They sure do. Shit, they sure do.
So
He just even from there, like speaking of DC, like and this can help you because we gonna talk about the story. Football really grounded me in life.
yeah,
You ain't
that's
lying,
what I was
bro.
I,
gonna ask
I
You
you.
ain't lying.
I went to Win Woods my freshman and sophomore year. So I
Wait,
had Coach Parker.
hold on. You know Sean Steele?
Yeah, RP
That's
Sean.
my dog, bro.
No,
That's my
no, not
boy.
Sean, not Sean Steele. I know of him. I'm thinking talking about Sean Jetter.
Nah, I
That's
say
okay.
Sean Steele, and then I played football at Colerain with George.
I know you talking about.
Big George, yeah, tall
Big
dude.
George. He came like the year I left.
Yeah, who else from
He
Winton
came the year I
Woods?
left.
Who else I
Nah,
played with?
but that year, like, those 2 years, it was like my foundation of just learning, like, you gotta work. Like,
Yeah,
even when the season over, you have to like put in work every single day.
yeah, every day count.
I end up transferring to Lockland because my grades weren't good. I wasn't never really good in school. I ended up going back to Lockland because it was a place I was familiar with. And they didn't have no off season, bro.
Damn.
Like, so I would go in. I went into Lockland working out by myself or one
That's how North Carolina Chill was. Yup.
one other person. But
Mm-hmm.
luckily, alhamdulillah, God don't make no mistake.
He don't.
Oh,
Right.
if I wouldn't have went to Win Woods, I don't think I would have understood that you had to work out throughout the whole year to get that. And that landed me to get into college. Right. If
Yep.
it wasn't for DC and his mother, they used to take me on college visits.
Damn, that's mass. That's powerful.
So that exposed me like, oh, I can really do this. Right. And I graduated high school with like a 1.2 GPA. But all I knew was football. I ain't do shit.
Oh, my boy,
Hey,
no,
I ain't gonna lie
run
to
the
you, bro. If I'm
ball.
being 100, I think my GPA was maybe like a 2.7, 2.8.
See?
Like I was like a C student for real. Like
Are we talking high school or college?
High school into college, both shit.
Yep.
Both. So just having that understanding, even though I wasn't good at school, just understanding hard work, it took me a long way. And having like a certain discipline, a certain structure, it take you a long way. So
So, what college did you end up going to and playing for? And then how was that experience like?
man, I tell my students, like when I come in for mentoring, I be telling them, I'm a 4-time college dropout. 4
Nothing
times.
wrong with that, bro.
That's how it be
4
like.
times. I went into Ellsworth Community College for like sports management. I went there my first year, which is like in Iowa. I did a year there. My second year, I came back to do camp, but I missed like my GPA by 0.8. I had 1.8, the T.0 to even play to be eligible. So I decided to leave camp early, came back home, did a 6-month break. I ended up transferring to this school called Hocking.
Yeah.
I know
And
about Hawking.
Hocking, bro, I had to try out for the team. I was the only linebacker at the school that made the team. Um, Transferred to Hocking. I left Hocking because I wanted to, like, I had a situation where, having coaches are important.
Yeah.
It is.
They can
Hey,
really make or break
hey,
your life.
big dog with the lower screen. She know about that.
Man, they can really make you break your life. If
No,
they ain't,
for
if the up top management ain't on point, everything trickle down is gonna have a
It's a
ripple
crumbling
effect,
effect.
bro. And I learned there was levels to it. When I went to Ellsworth, it was a good program, but when I went to Hocking, it was like,
Yep.
yeah.
So like I had a situation where like, I felt like they was playing me,
Yeah.
So like I ended up leaving there. I wanted like to really fight these coaches because these coaches, they ain't just do it to me, they did it to other people as well. So I feel like people like that shouldn't even be in position to be coaching, if I'm being honest. Not to even be hating, like it's like you really playing with people's lives or kids' lives at that. So
Yeah.
then I ended up leaving there. I ended up going to Cincinnati State. I left. I dropped out of Cincinnati State, went to Columbus State for real estate. Then I had during that time that was COVID, and I gave myself the excuse like, I'm not gonna continue because I ain't trying to do anything online. But the real reason why I dropped out that year because like I believed in myself. I ain't know what I was gonna do in the future. I just knew like whatever I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So that was my mentality of when I dropped out and everything
I ain't
like
gonna lie
that.
to you, bro. It's giving me real deja vu moments because our stories are damn near like identical, like
Bro,
down to the T of like leaving this school, going to this school, not knowing what to like. I'm gonna keep letting you talk. I just want to say like that. Like I feel like you already read my mind right now for my backstory.
we've been on this. We can say we've been on the same path. Like especially when you start playing football, like you put all your life into it.
Yeah.
You lose family time, friend time. There's times you don't go to the club, you don't do none of these things. You know what I'm saying? So when I stopped playing, I lost like my whole identity.
Yep.
So I had to rebuild myself back up.
That's exactly how I felt.
Yeah.
And during Hocking, this is where my journey really started. Like when I was in Hocking, you know how they do little icebreakers?
Mm-hmm.
They be like, yo, what's your name? Management, woo, woo, woo. I would sit like in the middle of the class on purpose. I wouldn't sit in the front because I'll be the first person to have to answer and everything like that. For some reason, I would trip out when this question was asked. And to me, it was like, why don't I know who I am? That was my issue I had with myself. Like, yo, my name is Abdullah. I'm sports management. What can I tell about somebody else? I actually struggled to answer that question. So that's when I really asked myself, like, yo, who am I? What am I? And all these thoughts start to like produce in myself, and like I start to see things a little bit differently after that. So
Yeah.
So that's why I can say it started during that Hocking period.
So what helped you through that situation to like find yourself? And then what did you
I
say you found?
found God.
You found God.
Yeah.
Mashallah, man.
You feel me? I found God. Like even though I grew up in a Muslim household, like I ain't like that shit in my face.
Yeah.
Like go always pray. I ain't know why I was praying. You grow up as a kid just doing whatever your parents tell you to do. So like I ain't like it. Like just it's go pray, go pray. I'm like, mom, bro.
Yeah.
Mom, God really loved me. He gonna guide me to wherever he wants. That's what I used to tell her. You can ask her anything. You know what I'm saying? So I found God. I want to say something proper. I don't want something improper or anything like that. But I did research on myself. I started to really be curious. Like that's one of the things we lose as like adults. We stop being curious, and that's a problem. Even kids, like a lot of reasons where a lot of places where adults fall is they no longer curious. And when you're not curious, you lose your creativity. When you lose your creativity, you don't imagine no more. You know what I'm
You
saying?
lose your passion.
You don't think yourself way out of situations and everything like that. So I went into that hole, and I started to uncover certain things in my life where I'm like, okay, this is where I need to grow, right? This is where I need to grow. I worked the job. I'm gonna keep going. I worked the job, getting paid $11 an hour.
Okay.
Security. This back in 2017,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna say this: having friends are important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I told you about Omar Bosco. I told
Yeah.
you about him.
Yeah.
he's a very important part of shifting my life because in Apple, he's like a very innovative guy. He thinks big. And he was like one time, we in a car, he was like one time, hey yo, bro, Apple got books and stuff you can look through. I was
Yeah.
like, nah. He's like, man, go look through one of those books. I'm like, yeah. I looked through some of these books. I'm like, all right, and they free, some of them free.
Yeah.
It's called Change the Way You Think. And to me, it's like change the way you think. How you do that? Like, you can't do that. Like, I'm thinking it's like something magical. So when I read it, it was something that I needed at that time because really the basic part was to know that you don't gotta look at life all negative.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That'll put you in a dark hole. You got to start coming out this negativity and start looking at these things as opportunities and shifts in your life. You know what I'm saying? To put another step. So that was the first book I ever read. In high school, I didn't read. You know what I'm saying? That was the first book I ever read. And when I read that book, I swear Instagram, they be peeping like what you be doing.
Yeah, social media got a little way of putting you in the algorithm with things you align with.
Yeah.
Fam, they do that shit. I think it was perfect timing for me at that time. Like,
Yeah.
because when I started to read these books, that positive book, I started to see like affirmations on my wall, on my page.
Nah, for
You feel me?
sure.
Like, you are the best. 2018 is gonna be one of your great years. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be one of the great years for me.
Oh, bro.
Oh, for sure. That's how I kind of felt when I started getting deeper into just being Muslim, period.
Mm-hmm.
It's like my whole algorithm just kind of shift. Like really after that past Ramadan is when I just really started taking like my deen like super serious. So I
Mm-hmm.
know what you mean when it comes to that. It's kind of like almost God is guiding you through Instagram.
Facts.
Literally holding your hand
Facts. Through
along the way,
Instagram.
bro.
I swear to you, bro. It's always different ways God can guide you, bro.
Yeah, nah, for
You
sure,
feel
for
me? I
sure.
don't never limit that. Man, speaking of Islam, bro, our brother D, he took his shahada, bro.
Yeah,
Like we gotta ask him why you take your shahada?
So for me, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't grow up in a religious household, and my parents respect that, and I respect that too. But my parents always grew me up to be very spiritual. Like I feed off of energy, and stuff like that. I look at the world and I ask, like, I don't really ask why is this happening, but I'm like, all right, what makes me different from everybody else to where I got to experience this in life? Like, what am I missing? Because I feel like when you go through these trials and tribulations in life, you're gonna a lot of people like to question why instead of understanding why. Like
Right.
for me, I know like whenever something is misaligned in my life and it's not going the way I want to, that means that I need to work on something that I feel like I'm doing right. That means I'm doing it wrong.
Right.
So like for me, I needed to understand and like being like a third party perspective almost. Like what makes me give an understanding of why these things are happening? Because like even though I do believe in a higher power, I gotta get deeper with that to understand why these things happen, so I can go about them the right way. Because like when you go through like trials and tribulations, a lot of people like to sit back and cry, or like they become a victim of the process.
Right.
And I don't like to be a victim. So like for me, I'm like instead of being a victim, I gotta find a way to really guide myself through this um without getting too emotional to where it throws my view off. Like where I'm not approaching it the right way. Because like
Right.
when people go through things, they get real emotional and they act out of emotion. They be like, that wasn't me. I was mad or I was sad because they didn't have that transparency or like that reflective like mindset. And I feel like with this, it gives me that. Like it asks you like, why do you feel like this is happening to you? Have you looked at this? Have you reflected over this? Have you genuinely lived your life through the practices and things that you preach? So like for me, it gives me a sense of understanding for myself and why I feel like embracing like every part of my life, the good, the bad, the middle grounds, the highs, the lows, left and rights, like um, and when it comes to like a new chapter in life, because we get a lot of us, and we can say this with a lot of humans, we get complacent because we scared.
Right.
Like when you see something new happening or different, not even new, something different. It ain't even got to be
Mm-hmm.
new. It could be something you've been through before, but if it's different, you get nervous and you start second guessing yourself. Then you start doubting yourself. Then you start confining yourself in this box instead of blooming. So it's like, you know, look at yourself as like a flower, bro. You will see when it rains, it's gonna be some cloudy days, but you're gonna bloom when it's sunshine. And people don't understand that. So like when they got those cloudy days where it's raining, they get nervous and they cover themselves, not realizing you covering yourself from the sunshine that's coming afterwards, bro. So you're gonna bloom as soon as that hit. you just got to go through this little trial and tribulation, to understand how to grow. So like,
Boy, got some scripture talk up in here,
like
man.
I ain't even get like, all, like I just
Nah, keep going,
like,
I love
it's
it.
just that's just really how I've been living like my life, and I didn't know how to really vocalize that and find something that pushed me to like emphasize it, and articulate it the right way. And I feel like this is like I got friends from all different religions, I ain't gonna lie. I've gone to church with my homies and friends from different religions, different, like all that. Like I respect everybody's view, and I feel like from a human standpoint, you can never learn enough. So like if you believe in this and you believe in that, I need to see why y'all both believe in this for different reasons. I'm not gonna say why it's wrong. Like I don't think it's wrong or nothing like that, but like I need to see your perspective and my perspective so I can see the whole picture. Because right now I'm only seeing the colors, but I ain't blending them together and nothing like that. So like if I learn about him, her, them, I'm like, all right, I can kind of get an understanding for myself because like you said, a lot of our parents, we just follow their footsteps, but we don't know why. Like for me, like I grew up where my mom she wasn't like a straight A student, but she was like, she was never really in trouble. Then my pops, like, I'm gonna just say this.
Post
Pops,
is off the
he got a
chain.
history, you know what I'm saying? Like my OG got a history, and he didn't make his choices and mistakes in life where he had to go sit down for a few years, a couple times, and like I learned from him what the outside, stuff can get you when you just not got your head on straight. So I'm like, all right, what can I do that aligns me with that keeps me in that opposite direction? And I feel like a lot of men get in trouble because we don't have the structure, And I feel like this gives me more structure. It gives me a better structure to my foundation. It didn't create my foundation, but it helps me feel comfortable articulating it and going through the process of things that happen to me without feeling doubtful.
I like that. I think that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to complement where you came from.
Yeah,
Like,
I always came from a family where they believe in a higher power, but they never specified which one they actually wanted to articulate, like follow or push me towards. So it's like they gave me that choice. And, like you said, bro, I started doing this stuff like out of high school where I was like, all right, I want to read a little bit more. I wasn't a big reader, but I read up a lot of like scriptures, quotes. Like that was something I was always interested in. I used to sit like no funny stuff, bro. When I was in high school and then when I graduated, I used to write quotes for myself just to read on a day-to-day basis. Like I would think of different things because like I'm not a person who go out to party for real. Like I partied a little bit my freshman year, but like it wasn't my personality. So I gave it a try and I realized it didn't align with like what I like in life and what I want to do. So I'm like, all right. Then I'd be on social media and I see like this long, like let's say like them little corny chain letters they used to send back in the day. Yeah. Like if you don't send this to 10 people, prayer, like all that other stuff. Like
fuck all that. I'd be mad. Yeah. I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to have a bad day. But go ahead.
Yeah, so like I used to look at those and be like, damn, like this is like, even though I don't want like the pressure, but like this message is low-key powerful, like where I want somebody else to feed off of this too. So it's like, what can I do to help me really, dial into that? Right. So I feel like for me, and then seeing my boy Farin, go through his and like just how he hold himself and seeing him change and improve week by week, month by month, like people like, yeah, bro, like I just had to stop really giving that type of stuff energy and attention.
Yeah, I will say I ain't gonna lie. D helped change my life.
That's how it's supposed to be,
much
bro.
Love, man. Much love.
Yeah,
that's how it's supposed to be. That's exactly how it's supposed to go, bro.
So yeah, I don't know. I feel like it gave me a newfound purpose, and I feel more comfortable just, speaking from where I'm from and about my life, and like I got like, how can I say this? I feel like I got another support beam. I got a huge support system, but I feel like this is the beam that helps everybody, like push me to be better.
I like that.
I know Christine, you probably only have like a minute or two left. Do you want to ask Abdullah some questions and get some of your perspective in? Cause I know you said you had another meeting.
Yeah, that meeting's like starting right now, so I will have to like hop off like now. But it was amazing meeting you. I hope you guys have a wonderful podcast without me. Y'all can say y'all fired me and whatnot.
Oh, we won't.
No, we gonna say we fired her.
All right, y'all. Be easy.
All right,
big dog. I see you.
Bye.
If you guys want to keep talking after this 10 minutes expire, I can set up another meeting. But if not, we can still just do a 40-minute podcast episode is fine. It's up to y'all if y'all got time.
Now we gonna keep going. I feel like we ain't done yet. I don't think.
Yeah, we only touched the surface.
Yeah, we gonna touch the surface. Like even I'm gonna just go back to what D said a little bit. it's like I don't like when new verts come in and people force like everything on all these rules and expectations. That's they come from a whole different background.
Mm-hmm.
You as a Muslim need to be merciful to the person that came in, right? And understand that this person has a human, he's human or she's human. They have a certain experience, they come from a certain background, and Islam is supposed to allow them to flourish in that nature, to express it in a healthy way, right? You're supposed to express yourself as a human, but you got to express it in a healthy manner. Right. And that's what your journey is going to be about, inshallah. And I pray that God continues to make you flourish. I pray that you express yourself, that you continue to guide people. I see you be working out, man. A lot of these boys can't even do 10 push-ups.
Man, I swear, bro. Like that's a big thing too. Like I had to realize, like when I started working out, I feel like the motivation on why I wanted to work out was pretty superficial until I got real established, and I'm like, I gotta find a purpose on why I'm still doing this, and not only that, but like when I got more established, I realized the responsibilities of, and I know this kind of crazy, but like when you get into a certain type of like shape, people hold you to a standard, even if you don't see that, like, and I realized like, damn, me just looking how I look will make someone else determine how they act and react to certain things. Like when they see me, like, stop, my bad, my dog over here whining, bro. She's trying to get out the cage.
I didn't know who you were talking to.
Like that's my dog, bro.
You talking to the person,
Like my bad, that's my little puppy. But like for me, it's like I used to get messages on a daily basis where like I wake up one day and I'm really feeling down or I'm not really motivated. And I'm like, man, I don't feel like really doing nothing today. And someone will be like, hey, bro, I know this is random, but like I really, really get inspired by your story. Like I watch you every day and like I'll go to the gym now just because of you. And like I done lost 10, 15 pounds. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, damn. If this one person was willing to say this, I know it's probably two more people watching and five more people who ain't gonna say nothing. Then they telling somebody else. Now it's a chain effect. So like, it's each one teach one to reach one. So I'm like, all right, I got a different purpose in life now. I actually motivate people. People look at me like a public figure now. They ask me questions. They look for me for a reassurance. Like so. Like these things is like they weren't gonna ask these things if they didn't know I was consistent and I lived this lifestyle with a passion.
Right.
You don't really ask somebody who ain't really passionate about cars about mechanic work. You can be like, I ain't gonna do that, because they might give you some ill information. Right. So it's like once I started doing this, I was like, all right, I realized now like my voice matters a lot more than I thought it did. What I say could really make or break the next person. What I do could really make or break the next person. And then when we dig deeper into that, that make or break could be on a frequency of like he just not going to the gym. And then someone who's like their life is on the line, like they got to start working out, or they might, they won't be here for much longer.
Yeah.
Because everybody's struggle is different and like different frequencies. So like I realized like whether this person just skipped the gym or this person might be on his, his last bit, my word matters to both of them. It's equally the same.
Indeed.
So
I think I experienced the same thing too, though. Like, cause there be days I be down.
Yep.
We human. You feel me?
Yeah, it's natural. We human, bro.
And I think people are important. That's my position. People that say people are not important, that ain't it.
Exactly.
Because they push you like you said, you had to find motivation. And somebody just telling you, hey, bro, I see what you just did. That make you like, okay, now I got a bigger responsibility.
Yeah, I gotta lock in.
So I can help more people. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah.
So I
definitely see that, bro. Like, especially when you accomplish certain things, and then people like, I'm talking about like, for me, when I like, for example, when I did my first bodybuilding show, the amount of people that I did not know that were watching me that sent me congratulations and shared my post and like told people about me and like spoke to me in person, it made me real emotional because I was like, damn, like I'm thinking like it's like 10, 20 people who really, pay attention to what I do. And it was thousands. Like I'm talking about like, bro, it was crazy. Like my first bodybuilding show, I had people for like no exaggeration, a whole 12 months congratulate me. People who ain't seen me in a while, people, who just heard about me. They're like, bro, I meant to tell you like last year when you did that show, I'm like, damn, last year. I got people in Cali, people across the world congratulating me. And I'm like, damn, like you followed me. I'm like, because I looked at myself like, I'm just another brother from Cincinnati, just trying to do what he do, trying to find his way in life. Like I ain't trying to be like, the next big thing. Cause you got I ain't saying I can't be, but like we got to be real with ourselves as men. Like, you know, not everybody get to be at the top like that. You get to, everybody got their different places of level one in first place, you know, and I'm on the foundation where I'm like, I'm just trying to matter to myself and my inner circle.
Right.
And then I realized I mattered a lot more to a lot more people. So I was like, damn, like, it ain't just my girl and my friends and family who really support me. It's a whole community of people who ain't never met me in person, who follow me and look at me every single day to see how I move.
Yeah. So, a question for both of you: how do you feel about that in the closet supporters?
The what?
The in the closet supporters instead of the out loud supporters.
Speak up. No, I'm playing.
So, like, I
You know,
know
it is what it is.
it is what it is. Yeah.
It is what it, you know. I support myself first and foremost.
You know, yeah. And we being honest, like the instant closet supporters,
I'm
they
a closet.
indirectly create more outside supporters, you know, because I done seen a lot where people don't want to really give you your flyers and they don't want to say congrats. They just looking at you and like, oh, okay, you know, that's what's up, like whatever. It's like because deep down they know, like, how can I say this? You helping them find their potential too. They just nervous because they see it now. They see it. They see what's possible in the room. You know, like it's like this. If all of us like, if we went into a room and we happen to see in the corner Jeff Bezos, Barack Obama, what's his name, Elon Musk, we go like, damn, hold on now, like these some big names in here, like.
Yeah.
You low key start thinking like I gotta move a little different, or I gotta do this, or I gotta be a certain standard, like, you know, because like these people matter to other people, you know. And so like even though you may not be like one of the people where it's gonna be like, oh, you gonna be kissing ass, but like you gonna kind of reserve yourself a little bit just to make sure you're not doing too much, but you in the downplay you actually doing not enough. So it's like I see, you know, and I don't take it as disrespect. I just take it as like they not used to this frequency of success and love, so like it's different for them.
Yeah. Yeah. At first, I ain't gonna lie, I used to kind of feel a way about it, especially like years ago when I was doing music type of thing. But now I just look at it like at some point they're gonna be like, "Oh, I used to know him," and be sharing my stuff.
Exactly. But like, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I used to talk to him all the time." Or like, he went like, we see it all the time. Like, imagine you. It's like this. We hear it all the time where somebody working at a job and a celebrity walking. They're like, "Man, you ain't gonna believe you walked into my job today."
Yeah.
It's like, you know, that don't change nothing for them. They just saw him, but they still, you know what I'm saying, attaching themselves to him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Me personally too, like when it comes to sharing other people's stuff, it gotta align with Dean. It gotta align with a certain righteous, like, you know. If it ain't that, most likely I ain't gonna share it because that's what I gotta promote. That's what I'm upheld to. You know what I'm saying? That's what people hold me on to. If I posted, I think I posted one thing. Somebody checked me for it. Girl checked me for it. I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
She said I forgot what it was. It was about me and somebody else mentioned it. And she was like, bro, I didn't think you was like this. He was just checking. I'm like, nah, I ain't mean it like this. I mean it like this.
The meeting's about to cut in a minute, so let me
Send the
start a
link.
new one.
Send the link.
All right, I got you, brother.
For sure.
It's raining over there.
Yeah, it's gonna be raining all week.
Where you moved to again?
Houston.
Oh yeah. Hey, you know what's crazy is I told myself if there are two places I'm considering, it's Houston. Hush. It's Houston and it's AC, Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah.
The
I went to Houston 2 years ago. Went to Alpha Land. Craziest gym I ever been to.
Gym?
Yep. Alpha
Oh,
Land.
I heard of Alpha Land.
Bro, that gym crazy. Like they got 3 buildings.
Dang.
In one little yeah, I heard of Alpha Gym.
That shit fire. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna look into it.
Yeah, I definitely like it. I ain't gonna lie. Crazy for content too. Like it's up there. Like all your craziest content creators you see on social media who stay in Texas and Houston and all that, they be there. Like I know, it's this guy from Ghana. His name Dan Ibrahim. He a IFBB Pro men's physique competitor. I ain't gonna lie. With him, he probably gonna be one of the best men's physique competitors in the next coming years. Like he got without a doubt probably the craziest back. Like he get a lot of promo. He blew up like when I first found his Instagram page. He only had like 10K followers. Now he close to 300K.
Really?
Like he's serious, but I'm gonna send him to y'all, bro. Like he the real deal.
Send me to him. Yeah, send me to him.
Yeah, he the real deal. I know him and
Sure.
like people like Swole Ricketts and Cran all them to be down there. Dre Official.
Yeah, I ain't hear none of these folks.
Like, yeah, he's like big. Like Dre got like he like maybe 1 million followers in on Instagram now.
For real.
Like they got big names in the fitness, and they all people of color. So it's like it give you some motivation when you in there and you see these big ass professional cameras for your local gym, bro. He recording content.
Yeah.
You see on IG, he got 200K likes on this video. You're like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, so it's definitely inspiring for sure.
Yeah. The gym I went to today was called SEO. I like it. It's clean. They keep it up the upkeep in there and everything. I went to a gym called 24 Hours. It was dirty. It had everything. It was just dirty. I'm like, no, I can't be in here. So I gotta cancel that membership like the day of tomorrow or whatnot. So I'm at SEO. Houston, it's a nice little place, man. I always wanted to be here. Like since I was in Columbus, because I lived in Columbus for a little bit. I don't think you know this, Serene.
No, I know, because wasn't you was with Papis at the time?
Word. Okay, so you know. Oh, word. Okay. That's when the timeline from when I read my first book, things started to change for me. Like, because again, when I was seeing these affirmations and everything like that, it was changing everything in my psychology. Right. Then it was changing everything in my reality. You know what I'm saying? I start to like all those affirmations. I actually start putting in work and writing it down. So I'd be at the job reading it. I'm a soldier. I'm great. This year gonna be great. And I used to just affirm it. And like when you really, it's like a form of prayer where like it creates a bubble inside of you. Like, sooner or later it creates an actual reality for you. You know what I'm saying? Allah says in the Quran, change what's in your heart first, then he'll change what's outside of you. So, that's a affirming scripture. After that, the ball started to roll. Like I worked at this job. You probably hit to the job too, like RDI. You see all the ladies over there.
Yeah, that's a concept.
Customer service. It's the customer service job. And during that time, that's when things shifted. That's why I appreciate women. Like, because coming from a football background, I didn't know how to rest.
Yeah.
All I knew was go. I never called off work, nothing. Until I came to that job, I saw that the women took care of themselves. They went to get their pedicures. They went and got their manicures. They went and they'll call off work. I'm like, I'm started doing this. And I started to experience like just a better quality in myself. You know what I'm saying?
Man, preach that, bro.
I started to be more productive. I started to be a little bit more productive. I'm like, okay. But like you get to a point where like you growing so much, you outgrowing your environment. Yeah. And now if you stay in your environment long enough, you start to stunt your growth.
Yep.
So you got to walk out that environment. So that's when I chose to go to Columbus.
Yeah.
And when I went to Columbus, I slept, I went with Puppies, and Puppies was already there. He just allowed me to stay there. He had a roommate, and I just spoke to him today. He a Philly fan too. And I would get up every morning, bro, like 4 a.m, 3 a.m, and study. And just write and listen and just study like all these speakers, like Les Brown, you got the Eric Thomases, you got your Jim Rohns, you got your 19 Keys, you got your Miles Monroe. I would TD Bishop Jakes before all that, I would listen to it, you know what I'm saying? So one time somebody was like, hey, yo, bro, I don't even know you, but I rock with you. There's something about you, like I really fuck with you. That's what he said. He's like, you pray? I was like, nah. He's like, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. No matter what you do, if you ain't praying, shit ain't gonna matter. I said, damn. and he really made me Muslim, because that's when I started to pray. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't like not at that moment I prayed. It took like months.
Yeah.
It took like months. He just put the seed in my mind and everything like that. And during that time, like you start to really again, I lost myself when I stopped playing football. And this was just for me to rebuild myself back up. I'm to a point where I had to like figure out what I wanted to do. And why was I listening to these speakers? Eric Thomas always talked about like a gift.
Man.
And I'm like, gift? What the hell is a gift? He's like, it's inside of you. I'm looking everywhere outside of myself for my gift or for my purpose. I tried to get into real estate. It was only for the money. It wasn't even for it wasn't even for what I love. You know what I'm saying?
It
You said what, Serene?
wasn't a passion.
And no, it wasn't no passion.
Yeah.
It wasn't no passion at all. You know, it was just for the bread. And this is how I got into the space where I came into some knowledge. I started studying books. I didn't even read the Quran at the time. I was reading other books at the time. I read like Magic of Thinking Big. I read Rich Dad Poor Dad like 4 times. I read The Power of Now, like all these books, The Alchemist. I read a lot of books, a hell of
The
books.
Alchemist, I like that.
It was like 20 something books. And this is the point where I got into content creating. I came back to Cincinnati, right?
Yeah.
And there was a time in the summer where I used to come home late. So I used to pray my Fajr real late. I used to pray like around 11 o'clock. You know, the sun up at that time. You feel me? And I used to pray it outside.
Yeah.
And when I was praying outside, I overheard this dude talk. And he was talking about something interesting. I'm like, damn, I'll never know what he's talking about. Because he walking away and I'm praying. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my background. I'm in my backyard praying. And he walking away. I'm like, damn, I never know what he's going to talk about. I end up getting done with my prayer. My mom was like, go buy some water. I'm like, yeah. Matter of fact, I got some water in the car. I just left it in the whip. I went and got it. When I went to the whip, I seen the dude walk past again. I was like, yo, what you was talking about? And he was just talking about like capitalism. He was talking about credit. That's what he's into, credit. His name's Pressure CEO. That's his name on Instagram. And when I was talking to him, he's like, bro, you spitting some game right now. Let me record you. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. Yeah. And the conversation kept going. He's like, nah, bro, I gotta record you, bro. I'm like, nah, bro. He's like, nah, I gotta record you. Stay right there. He started to record me and everything like that. And that's how I really got into content creating. I had to like psych myself up, like, all right, because I was always worried about what people say. Yeah. You feel me? So, but now I don't really care about content creating, to be honest with you. I just care about, again, when you at a certain knowledge, it's your responsibility to give that light. You can't withhold knowledge.
Facts.
That's a sin. That's a grave sin. That is literally what the Quran talks about. Like, I don't want to go into like religious debate, but like, for example, the Bible. You feel me? I read the Bible personally. I like reading the Bible. I think it's good to read the Bible. I'm not a Muslim that takes a position, oh, leave the Bible alone. Nah, I don't take that position. Because God said, Allah says, Musaddiq. There's truth in it.
Yeah.
Right. But the problem is some of the preachers, the higher priests, they hid some of the knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a grave sin. You know, for 1,000 years, the Catholic Church did not allow you to read the Bible.
It's crazy.
1,000 years. So you hide knowledge that can benefit the public.
Yeah.
Right. That's general. That's any type of knowledge. Any type
of knowledge. 1,000 years of development you lost out on.
Yeah. Especially with like an original Bible.
Come on.
That really has that info. Yeah, that's crazy.
And just to piggyback off of that, like, you know, not on a religious standpoint, but imagine if the things that we knew now, we didn't know for another 1,000 years based on like science and just life.
And see, and this is why the Quran came. Like the Quran came because there was a time at that time, right before Prophet Muhammad, like during that time, culture wasn't advancing. Sciences weren't advancing. Mathematics wasn't advancing until the Quran came. And I want you to look and study it. I want you to look at the study of the time. You know, they tell you there was a, what was that era? They say there was a dark era.
Yeah.
This is what the Europeans say. It was never a dark era. That's, again, they hiding something right there. When you look into that era, that's when they flourished. Right? You see new inventions, you see algorithms, you see mathematics advance. Muslims didn't create math. Math been here. It's just it advanced. Ideologies advance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you look into that history, I'm gonna tell you to, don't just take my word for it.
No, yeah, I know what you mean. Because during that time, a dark time of year, but it wasn't a dark time in the Middle East when it came to like just overall intellect. So I know, like, they created algebra that was to be created between Muslims and Jews. They created all types of different type of mathematicals, and alchemy itself was born from that and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I know what you mean. And then to touch back on the whole stuff wasn't progressing, I also kind of feel like it was regressing, especially in like religious aspects, because the worship of multiple deities was getting mixed with the Greek Arabs of the time, mixing with the indigenous Black Arabs at the time. So now you have that 72 gods in one area.
Unless you got more room for error.
Yeah. A lot of see, that's the worst form of. We always talk about oppression.
Yeah.
Like black people, we've been oppressed. We've been through slavery. But God said the worst form of oppression is to think that there's more than one God.
Yeah.
That's the worst form of oppression, to associate partners with him, because you don't have a correct understanding of him from there. Right? So you on this, we ask God in Surah Fatiha, guide me into the straight path.
Yeah.
Right? This straight path is an ascension. The thing is, if you have to have the correct perception. If you don't have a correct perception, you're going to be blocked from going on that straight path. You know what I'm saying? So you get a spiritual blockage. So that's why Allah has 99 names. You got the bestower, or I'm gonna say, Qul Wallahu Ahadun. God is one, right? He begets not, nor is he begotten, right? And he's nothing like what we can imagine. Understanding that, giving you the correct perception, that correct light, it can advance your knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we got to do now, right? Whatever your background you come from, right? There's some problems that you see that Islam has that can help you cultivate the solution for. Same thing with you, Serene. There's problems that you see in this world, right? And it's your duty as a Muslim, right? Just a human in general. It's your duty as a human in general to do something about it. Because we hear in scripture, in previous scripture, it says we here to be vicegerent, right? A vicegerent in Arabic is Khalifa.
Yeah.
A Khalifa is someone who manages their environment, right? You constantly got to manage your environment. Like a gardener is managing the environment, right?
Yeah.
They always looking at the weeds, take out the weeds from the environment, because the weeds in the environment is hindering the plants from growing. You said we plant life. We made from plant life, right? We gotta, there's a seed within us. We gotta water ourselves during those cloudy days, right? Mm-hmm. Even like times of darkness, people perceive darkness incorrectly. They think of ghosts and shit. Darkness, we were all born in the dark. Like in the womb of your mother, you was in the dark. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But there's a certain period of time you're supposed to be in the dark. Because if not, you start to hinder yourself. Yeah. Right? So if a woman conceives more later than 9 months, it starts to hurt her. If her seed is in the ground, which is also in the dark, right? When you get a seed planted in the dark, in the ground, it's in the dark. It's supposed to be there for a certain period of time. So that tells us we're supposed to be in the dark, and we're supposed to be watering ourselves. Mm-hmm. We're supposed to be giving ourselves some sunlight. We're supposed to be nourishing all these things within us so that we can sprout. Like a tree sprouts out, and you can say an apple tree, other people benefit. Yeah. You get to eat from the tree. You get to plant more gardens from that tree, or you can sell it and build economy life. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you got, make sure it benefits people, right? And you can make money off of that. You feel me? You make money off of training. You know what I'm saying? You're helping people. You get to cover people. You get to inform people and all these things. And that's not just a Muslim thing. That should be a human thing. That should just be a human thing. So I know I went deep in that, but it's what we doing.
Good. It's all a good game, man. That's why I brought you up here.
What we doing, man?
So to get back onto your story, what point were we at? We were at after Columbus, and you came back, and then you learned like just how to take care of yourself from women, which is an important thing. I'm not gonna lie. I learned to care from some girls at the same. Yep. That's a fact. That's a fact. So after that point, when do you leap into and then you spoke on content creation, right? And what got you started. So from that point, what is the grind of content creation? And then when do you leap into the fitness content? Because I know at first you were mainly doing just the conscious content, and then you started slowly transitioning to the fitness stuff.
Oh, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
I was just recording what I was doing.
Okay, so like a day-to-day kind of thing you had going.
That's all it was. And just, like I even posted a video where like I showed people I came from smoking.
Yeah.
A lot of people responded to me. They doing the other one right now. My bad.
You good?
Damn.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.
I don't think you can hear me after this.
No, I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
You want to give a call back or after like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
That's cool.
Or
I don't want to interrupt your podcast though.
nah, I mean this episode is just for you basically, type of John. I just
Say
wanted to,
that.
but I do have homework. I ain't gonna lie. I was trying to wrap up by like 9.
Okay, okay. We good. We good. We good. We'll continue.
Yeah.
Allah gonna give us, but they only gonna do 2 rakats like that, so it's cool.
Okay. They doing dua in there?
Now they praying Isha.
Oh, okay.
They praying Isha. They
What
praying
time do
Isha.
y'all pray Isha over there?
We hour back.
Oh yeah, I'm tripping. Yeah.
We are back. We are back. But I was just recording what I was doing,
Yeah.
right? And again, when I posted my smoking content, a lot of people replied to me, bro,
Yeah.
because a lot of people been trying to stop smoking for a long time. A lot of people are like, yo, bro, I really needed you to post that, you know. And to me, if I can benefit in that way, I can benefit from the other things in my life. You know, fitness is important.
Yeah.
Why is it important? It's a spiritual thing too. Like even when you like run, that's like when you get this spirit like this runner's high, it's a spiritual thing because you start to test yourself. Life is about testing yourself. You gotta go through hardship. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, life is gonna be even more difficult for you. You know what I'm saying? That's when I hear motivational speakers when you study them, that's what they talk about. Do what's hard now, so your life can be a little bit easier as you go. But if you do what's easy now, the rest of your life gonna be mad difficult. And I just want to motivate people like, yo, go take care of yourself.
Yep.
Go take care of yourself. So I was just recording what I was doing. I've been working out. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm just recording.
Yeah,
You know,
you do some crazy calisthenics type jobs, like.
calisthenics. I just started getting into that though. Like
yeah.
a year or two ago, the calisthenics. It's different. It gets you. It's another like willpower that you tap into. You know, it's your body weight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm much stronger when I hit the weight. I'm much when I go and hit the bench. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what that was about.
Sure, I feel it. So, I know you went through a period of training. He's a trainer. He was formerly my personal trainer for a while, for over
Sir.
a year.
Yeah, you
So,
lost a lot of weight though. Gotta put that out there.
me?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, nah, yeah, I was fat as hell. I
can say it now. You know what I'm saying? You fat as hell.
I was fat.
It was just a happy weight.
Nah, that was what's it called? That was the press weight for real. Yeah.
Okay.
Like just bad relationships and what's it called? A lot of drinking, a lot of eating, whatever you feel like kind of thing, you know? They just it swell up. Niggas get mad.
Nah,
I think what
but
made
you
me
keep
want to lose that weight was what's it called? You know how Senegalese people be they're like yo ya pata. Like they be like
I
you
don't even
fat.
speak. Hold up.
Oh,
I
you
don't even
said
speak.
oh you speak Fulani, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You one of them old school niggas.
Hey, yo.
But back to the fitness part. So how did you get into being a trainer?
I'm not really a trainer though.
I know not now, but you were training for a bit, right? At BFit, right?
No, I wasn't really know. I just wanted some money.
I feel that.
I just needed some money. You feel me? Like people always told me to train. Oh, you should train, you should train, you should train. I was like, okay. And it wasn't a passion for me, for real, for real. I did train somebody, really cool person. You know what I'm saying? But like, even if I were to go back to training, I only want to train men. I just want to train men. You know what I'm saying? Like, because again.
So why is that? Because you know it's crazy. D trains primarily women. I want to get D perspective on that too as well. So what do you think about D that he only wants to train men?
I can understand it from a perspective of marketing and approaching too, because when I first started off training, I struggled to get clients in general from women because when they look at somebody like me, they see, you know, intimidation, they see muscles, they see a big guy. They like, because women are naturally smaller than us. So it's like, you know, they get intimidated a lot and it's hard to really convince them that this is not a process that I'm going to try to make you a copycat. I'm trying to help you understand what your process is going to be like, you know, so it took me a couple years to really get founded as a girl coach because, you know, a lot of women would inbox me and be like, well, I can't do what you do though. I'm like, well, physically you would like, and this is what coming from a place of love and respect, you know, respectfully, you would never be able to do what I do because I'm a man. You know, physically I'm not, and I've been doing this now for almost a little bit over 9.5 years. So like, it's a standard for this. It's almost like, you know, when, and you probably experience this, it's like when a guy come into the gym, he say, I ain't trying to get like that. I just want to get a little swole. It's like, bro, it take a lot more than just to do this by accident.
Yeah. No, for
You
a
know, so
fact.
like with women, the biggest issue with them is like, I don't want to get too bulky, or I don't want to lose my butt, or I don't want to do this, or I don't want to do that. It's a lot of I don't. And they don't realize everything they've been doing, the opposite of don't, has gotten you to this point now. And that's why you're talking to me now. So like, you should be a little bit more open to these things. A lot of men, when we in a spot where we know we don't like, we willing to try anything that gets us out of that spot, whether it's better or worse, as long as we're not in the same spot. So like with us, and being a trainer for guys, knowing that this is going to be a progressive thing in life, more men, like men are going to be open to just, I can say, pushing themselves past the limits. They're not afraid of the mental aspect of the game. You know, like for men, it's all physical. Like, you know, like we understand the mental part going to be there, because typically when it comes as a man, when you inquire a coach or a trainer for help, you realize like mentally, I don't like where I'm at right now. And I need some guidance through this, you know. And naturally, when you get to that guy, when you get that person to guide you, you're like, all right, bro, just teach me the ways and I'm good, you know.
It's that willingness to submit, though. That's
Yeah.
power. That's that willingness to submit and to be understanding that you don't know nothing. You
Mm-hmm.
need to got it to get to point A to point B, and you'll do whatever it takes to get there.
Facts. I feel
So,
like a lot of that go into the ego and pride of a man. Like when a man is at his lowest, he realized like I'm willing to follow whatever can get me higher. You know, so like naturally that man has already submitted to the struggles of life. So now he's looking for someone to help him get up out of there. You know, like, and that's why we see a lot of men get influenced by the wrong crowd or the right crowd. Like, you know, we see a lot of guys who are like, bro, he ain't really grow. He wasn't a bad person. He's just around bad people. You know, because like he didn't know no better, and like he already know life. He's submitting to life. So like the outside factors just make him feel like he got importance. He got a role now. So like with me, when I train men, it's very, very much like just cruise control, because I know like this man probably already in a place where he don't want to be, and he been there long enough, you know. But women, it's like it's not necessarily. I ain't saying they struggle is a little different, like less like, you know, of a frequency, but like it's a little different for women. Women are always gonna be naturally submitters, but like they realize like if they don't know something, women don't have to be bad off to look for to be better. That's what I'm saying. Most men only do that when they're at their lowest. You know,
yeah,
women are looking to improve even if they well off.
yeah.
I don't know why that is, but I ain't saying it's a bad thing, because we see it like, you know, we see girls like, damn, she always been like this. Cause she just keep elevating. Then you got some other girls, you be like, damn, she always been like this in a bad way. You know, like, you know, so it's like it's a little different. I feel like dynamically speaking, women don't really change in their lifestyles or in their over time in life, because they who they are when they're younger. As for men, we different. Like we can attest that even the successful men now, a lot of them weren't who they were back in the day. They weren't acting like that, and vice versa. You
Yeah.
know, and I feel like that's why it's a little. I feel like training men comes with a little bit more progressiveness, because we just know like it's either one side or the other.
So does that kind of coincide with what you think, Abdullah, or what was your reason why you said you would only train men?
I'm trying to lower my gauge, brother.
Nah, I feel it.
I don't
That's what I'm on.
trying to lower my grades. Like even at the school, I don't shake hands with none of the women.
Okay. Hey,
It's
you
new.
really
It's
on the
new.
dean.
Hey, it's new. It's new to them.
Yeah.
They're like, they
Mm-hmm.
shake hands. I only heard one person at the school, and that's the teacher that brought me on there,
Yeah.
Miss V. That's it. Other than that, I don't shake hands with none of the girls, none of that. And I'm just again, I'm trying to lower my grades and getting into that space. It's easy, at least from what not from my own experience, from what I've seen from other people do. Like girls will come up to you, they tell you they had issues with other men.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, it's like, damn, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be you thinking with your lower part. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You supposed to be thinking up here and everything. And me, I just want to avoid that. I
Yeah.
just want to just avoid. God, Allah says, don't go near. You know, He ain't say don't perform. Don't. He ain't say. Allah didn't say, don't have sex outside of marriage. He ain't say that. He said don't go near it. Don't even go near it. So I'm trying to find a way where I don't go near it. Even though sometimes you can see it on Instagram. right? Even though that's just me, that's what I'm working on at this time. So I want to avoid that by doing that, and
Yeah.
just that's
I
it.
will say it does come with a certain territory because when I first started training, when you get those first handful of like, female clients who people find a little bit more attractive, it does bring a indirect stigma to you as a male coach because in just not even just America, but like in society as a whole, we not for some odd reason, even though humans, men and women, have been around each other since the beginning of time, we still have a struggle understanding that it's okay for some of us to have just platonic, foundations with each other. Like it's okay to be friends with just a woman and that's just it. And I hate saying it this way, but one thing I dislike as a girl coach is that if society, and I'm saying this from societal standpoint, it's not mine, because
It's not yours.
that's not that. If society looks at one of my clients as attractive, they will always almost assume that there is something deeper than just the training. But if they look at my client as unattractive, they don't even say anything about it. They wouldn't even mention it. It's
That's
not even in
crazy.
their mind.
You see, that's crazy, and that's what I was
And
like.
I understand that because like I've had issues where I'm training a woman, and this is like I'm gonna be honest. This is probably the biggest reason why I don't get certain clients and I don't keep certain clients. Their spouse. It's a lot of insecurities that go on that because of the societal norms that people have placed onto these type of foundations with us. Like when you see the dynamic of a male trainer or a male trainer to a female client, you always assume that there's something more than just training.
Yeah.
Because you think, why it doesn't make sense for two people who are in good shape, who have obviously have good chemistry because they're working together, to not be together. And that's not always the case. Like chemistry doesn't transcend from training to emotions.
Right.
And I'm saying this because I know this is gonna be posted from a place of love about my lady clients. I love all y'all, no disrespect. I love any woman I've trained with, and then I train right now. But as a male coach, I have heard some of the worst features and stories about my lady clients. So like and this is like speaking out of professionalism. As a trainer, you're gonna learn all the bad things about your client first because that's why they hiring you. That right there makes somebody naturally unattractive because you realize this is more than just a work in progress. This is a whole project. Like this is something different than this. From the outside looking in, these people only see the physical, superficial part, so they think it's still dynamically good, and it's not. We can attest we're working out, all three of us. There are some people out here who are in crazy shape who are still bad people.
Terrible people.
Terrible people. You be like like for instance, a lot of gym bros. You be like, bro, he dog women. And then you got, but people forget there are women out there like that too in the fitness industry. Where like she's horrible to guys, like she's horrible with men. And like as a trainer, you understand where your clients struggle at every day in their outside life. Like whether it's friendships, relationships, work, family, you understand where they struggle at. And when it's your job to help them through those struggles and progress through all those things, naturally you don't have that founded attraction that people assume you do. Because off the bat, you have to help this person from their worst with their worst features in life. When you're dating somebody, everyone wants to emphasize the best things about themselves, which is why you're more convinced to make it, official and to start getting married. Like you present yourself in a more attractive way when you're, looking at somebody in court. In training, you got to tell me everything that's wrong with you.
Yeah.
And that right there going to either, be the reason. Like that's just how it is. So like, and that's not always with all my clients, but out of a foundation as a trainer, when I meet people, I got to ask them things that they're least proud of, and those features don't always come off as attractive or like something that I would want to be interested in. Like even before I met my lady, and I had lady clients, it was never that type of foundation because I'm like, and this is again out of a place of respect. As a trainer, I'm obviously an expert now. With the expert, your options become larger. Like let's be honest. Let's say you got that gym crush in the gym, and she been going at it, and she's standing over all those girls, and you just started yesterday. You don't feel like you got it enough to get her. You feel like you're not there yet. So for people like us who've been doing this for a couple of years, I tell people respect because I've had the question plenty of times. Have you ever been with a client? Have you ever flirted with a client? Have you? No, no, no. And I'm saying it like this. For as me as a fitness teacher, if I can get someone to hire me and they're at a level 1, odds are I can hit it off with someone on the same level as me who has more experience that I don't have to coach. So like if I could quote unquote date my client, I could probably date somebody who has more they got more going on in this fitness realm. So like I know my potential now.
I like that because I think that needs to be a message sent to other like males that's in this industry to
definitely.
Because why are you? I think like why are you scouting like that?
Yeah,
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
Not that, bro.
You said it's not that.
Yeah, because it's not even that. Because like no, I'm agreeing with you. Like, why are you doing this? Like, because I'll be honest with you. Yeah, like your girl is the last thing on my mind because one, and again, this is a place of respect. Essentially, I have more options outside of your woman. Like that's the best you can do, and that's not saying that she's not a good person. That doesn't mean that's the best for me.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like your 10 might be a 6 to me.
Yeah. I feel it.
Now, I think that's a powerful message, though. I think that needs to be told in the gym world about guys or girls. Y'all shouldn't be in it for sexual relationships, bro.
Yeah, it's not that.
You need to do that for your service. If not, they need to take away your certificate because you should.
Nah, for real. Because like I know a few trainers out here who then slept with a client or a few clients or sleeping with clients, and I'm like, bro, that's not what we here for. Like, imagine if you found out like your girl was like, she tell you.
D, you covering your mic?
But
yeah, we can hear you now.
Like, let's say your girl told you, in my previous relationship, he was my primary care physician. You're like, huh?
That's crazy.
Like, what? What you mean, y'all? Wait, you was talking to your what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that don't look good on either behalf. Or better yet, let's say when I first met my girl and I told her my previous relationship was one of my clients.
That's a breakup. See?
Yeah, it's not happening because it's like you got a history now. You show a pattern, and like that's just like saying, yeah, Brody, I used to jug and rob. I don't do that no more. You cool? I mean, yeah, but what made me different now? like you start questioning like what makes me stand out to where you feel like I don't have to be this person.
Facts.
It's not really a safe space when you do that, like because your image is everything. Like I don't know, it's no different than when you find out a teacher sleeping with a student. You're like, bro, what? You got you got a degree. This motherfucker ain't even got a high school diploma.
Yeah.
And you downplaying yourself, you undervaluing yourself. Like, and I'm not saying like I'm better than my clients, but like on a foundation of what I find attractive, I look for somebody on the same level of fitness as me. And I'm not gonna make another me out of my clients. Like I met my girl in the gym already. So why would I pursue a woman who's trying to get in the gym when I know that I have the capabilities of getting a woman who's already established?
I think that tells us something else too. I think that tells you because you compared it to having a degree. Intellectual, especially from an Islamic perspective, being a smart person, being intellect, doesn't mean you're really that smart because you might be driven by your lower desires. It'd be people with PhDs driven by lower desires. Now, from an Islamic perspective, are you really that smart?
Yeah.
Or are you really taking care of yourself? You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a cultural thing too, especially in this society,
Yep.
Yeah.
It's up to us though to do something about it, to talk about these things, And I'm gonna say this to y'all though. As y'all grow, I want y'all to understand that y'all gonna have a very powerful platform. And I want y'all to understand that, inshallah, I want y'all to understand that the things you say, it will change what people's perspective, right?
For sure.
I want y'all. I just want y'all to be conscious of that because there's gonna be a ripple effect of what you say. So make sure you know what kind of vision you want to cultivate, kind of culture you want to cultivate, and to then produce those results. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Because like you don't want no stigma as like, and me personally, I'm never gonna have that stigma. I don't want that stigma of a personal trainer who's like, oh, he messes around with clients, or he don't take his clients seriously, or he
beat up by a husband.
like it's not for real. Because at the end of the day, you got to realize as a man, there is probably one woman out there in your life, and outside of your mama too. There's probably one woman in your life where she done helped you so much where you will really hurt somebody over her. So as a coach, coaching multiple women, That means there are multiple men out there who will do something crazy to somebody over this woman.
Ultimately, that one
I'm
woman.
not a victim, and nor will I be tomorrow or today. So let me go ahead and move accordingly, because that's not the way. Because like I can tell you right now, if my lady or a woman I cared about told me her coach was coming on to her, or he made her uncomfortable, or this and that, like for instance, if my lady told me like, yeah, my last coach, he got a history of sleeping with his clients.
Yeah.
So okay, we're gonna do one of two things: either you gonna drop him or you getting dropped.
Straight up.
Because clearly this history is like that's not something that I feel comfortable with. You know, it history says everything about you for real, especially on how you decide to move without his power. Because a lot of these trainers are cornballs to the point they would have never got none of these women that they got without being a trainer.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's
And
just being straight
people
up.
associate that. No, the thing is, we associate that with clout, having it, and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know we got about 2 minutes left too. I know you got to do some homework though, Yaga.
Yeah, for sure.
Serene. Oh, they don't know. Do they know you by Yaga?
I mean, I
I
know
do.
D since like kindergarten.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Christine, she know
Okay.
me by Sergio. It's different stages throughout life. It
It
changed.
is, man.
Yeah, no, I agree. You're right. You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay.
in these last 2 minutes, what I want to touch on, I would like to have you back for another episode. What I wanted from you, I guess, in this last 2 minutes is, I guess, a message for the youth, a message for our viewers, and then next time we can do like some current topics, a little bit less serious, and then lead into some more good game.
I,
For sure.
my message is to the youth is find out who you are. You know,
Nah, for real.
let's not try to be copycats or clones of other people. You know, really, we need to get back into studying ourselves. We need to really get back into because we're in an era of distraction, right? We
Mm-hmm.
get in an era of focus, and the way you need to focus is by like if you got to block social media, whatever you need to do, sit down, bro, and
Yeah.
contemplate towards yourself. Sit back, and I tell my students this, and listen to your brain talk. Listen to your thoughts.
Yeah.
Listen to these emotions and process these things and get to work because we cannot think working is just to work a 9 to 5. Working is to
Mm-hmm.
exert energy, right? And we're going to exert energy so that we can find out who we are. So,
Work on yourself. Yeah, I like this. I like that way you said it. Like, find yourself, and to piggyback on that, not only find yourself, but don't be afraid to articulate yourself. Stand out proud. Like, it's okay to be different, and do it with your chest. Like, if I'll be honest with you, bro, if I did not stand out with my chest on being different, people wouldn't respect me for who I am today now. People always say like you always been different, bro. Like I like with this fitness stuff, bro. Like this September it'll mark 10 years since I started my first day of lifting. You know, and I got friends and family who be like, damn, bro, like it's crazy. Like I remember back in 2015, you was like I didn't even respect you in this field. Now you're the only person I trust in this field. Like it's crazy how like life changed like that, all because I was okay with being different and saying it with my chest. Because as you know, bro, when you start this process, it's gonna be a lot of people, a lot of naysayers, just because they can.
I like them.
Yeah, and then when they can't, it's like, damn, he still didn't break,